Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a green smoky eye, and this is what it looks like. But before I get started, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about why I decided to do this tutorial. I have, you guys know that I have a blog. I post all the products that I use on there, my videos and pictures and things. But I follow a lot of blogs, and one of the ones that I follow is Scrangy's, and she does a lot of nail stuff. And this month, pretty much everyone knows that this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but not very many people know that it's Depression Awareness Month, and I actually did not know that either. I looked on Scrangy's blog, and she had a post about how it's Depression Awareness Month, and she had a bunch of facts and things, that, like, a bunch of statistics and things like that listed. And she also said that the color for Breast Cancer Month is pink, so the color for Depression Awareness Month is green. And she loves green nail polish. She's like obsessed with it. So of course she had like a green manicure thing. It was really pretty. But I decided to do a green smoky eye. And Depression Awareness Month, I think that's kind of something that I think more people should like know about. It doesn't get a whole lot of publicity, I think, because depression is one of those conditions that most people are afraid to talk about because they think it's like it's a sensitive issue. Like it really is. But to me, it's something that I think should be talked about because the more you ignore it, the worse it tends to get. And I know a lot of people, like I know several people who are very close to me who have suffered with depression. I know people who have clinical depression. I know people who have had just episodes of depression, and like depression is a very common thing. And most people at some point in their life will either personally experience an episode of depression, or they will be very close to someone who goes through something like that. And there are a lot of reasons that you can be depressed. It can be like a neurological chemical thing, or it can be something that happened in your life, like you lost someone that you loved, or a family member died, or even your pet died, but just things like that. And I think that it's kind of important that people pay more attention to it, just because it does lead to a lot of problems. Like I looked on Scrangy's site, and a lot of the things that she listed, she got it from a different website. I'll post those on my blog too, so I think it's on this side, the sidebar. Ugh, I can't reverse my directions. But I will post a link to her blog page, and I will also make put a post on my blog about Depression Awareness Month, so you guys can see all the facts and stuff. But there's also a cause that I wanted to mention really, really quickly. This is going to be a really long intro. But there's a cause that I wanted to mention really quickly. It's called To Write Love on Her Arms, and it's an organization. It's like a cause. I found out about it on Facebook. They have a page on there, and they also have a website. I'll put a link to their website inside. But they're a website they're a cause, and their purpose is to kind of spread awareness about depression and other like eating disorders, just kind of self-harm issues, things like that. They're trying to spread awareness about it and tell people that it's okay to talk about it, and it really helps. So like I really, really like what they try to do with their cause. And if you're a big music person too, they do a lot of concerts, and they use that to sponsor their cause. And so yeah, I'll put a couple of links in the sidebar so you can see about that cause, but that's just something that I feel really strongly about, and I think it's a really good cause, and I really love what they're doing. So yeah, I think I've babbled enough about that, but if you want to see the tutorial, which is kind of the main purpose of this video, then keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is apply a base, something that will prevent creasing. I used Urban Decay Primer Potion, but you can use any kind of an eye primer that you want. And then for a dark base on the eye, I'm going to use a black eyeliner pencil, and this is the Stila Kajal eyeliner pencil, and it's just a really soft kohl pencil. So I'm going to put this all over my lid and just kind of line my eyes and then smudge it out all over the lid. Okay, and this really doesn't have to be perfect, but to smudge it out, I'm going to use just a synthetic, I think this is actually like a concealer brush, but it's by Sonia Kashuk. and just kind of smudge that out and blend the edges so you get a nice line, so it's not all like uneven and stuff. And then when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. And it doesn't have to be totally perfect, just so that it kind of forms the shape that you want your eyeshadow to have, and it has kind of a smoother edge to it. Next, I'm going to take my Coastal Scents Shimmer Palette, and I'm going to be mixing a few greens to get the right color that I want on my lid. So I'm just going to take an eyeshadow brush. This has a little bit left on it, but in the green part, I'm going to be mixing this green, a little bit of this green, mostly this green, and then a little bit of this green. So I'm just gonna mix all those together on my brush. Once you have that color, just pat it all over your lid. And you can go all the way into the inner corner and a little bit up into the crease. And then you can also take the tip of the brush when you have your whole lid covered and just sweep it under your lower lash line like this, so you get some color down there. Okay, so you basically want to have all of the black covered and then go down kind of halfway, almost half, a little bit more than halfway on your lower lash line with that green. And then I'm going to be taking another color from the Coastal Scents palette, and I'm going to use, this is 3 down on the row with all green, and it's kind of like a really nice sea green almost. I'm going to be taking this on my MAC 226 brush, so just a blending brush that's a little bit more tapered at the end, and we are going to use this to blend out the edge of that dark green. Okay, then once you have that placed on the crease, I also took it into the inner corner, and I put it on the inner tear duct kind of, and then I just blended it out on the other half of our lower lash line and blended it into that darker green. I'm going to be taking a very small crease brush, and I'm going to be mixing 2 more colors from the Coastal Scents. I'm going to be mixing the shimmery black, and then I'm going to be going over here to the darkest green. And I'm going to be using mostly black, but just a little bit of green so it kind of goes with the scheme on our eyes. And then I'm just going to put the littlest bit in my crease and outer V just to define it. And then to blend that out a little bit, you can take more of the darker green and just kind of blend that out. And then go back and touch up the lighter green if you need to. Okay, now we are going to be taking our highlight, and the color I'm using is Blank Type by MAC. It's just a really light skin tone color. I'm going to be using kind of a stiffer brush. I'm just going to pack that on there, so get a good amount, and then go all along under your eyebrow and just use this to pull the color down. And you can also blend out here, blend a little bit on the inner tear duct. Okay, and that's what you should have when you finish with your highlight. And then I'm going to take black liquid liner and line my upper lash line, and take a black waterproof pencil and go in my waterline, and curl my lashes and add black mascara, and I'll be right back to show you what I did with the rest of the face. Okay, so this is the finished eye makeup. And, oh my goodness, I did the most ridiculous thing. I was trying to fix something on my eye, and I was still holding the wand for the liquid eyeliner, and I drew a black dot on my forehead, and I had to take it off. It was really dumb. Anyways, so for cheeks, I'm going to use a peachy pink blush. This is Spring Sheen by MAC, and I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. And then for lips, I'm just going to be using MAC's Slim Shine lipstick in Fun Shine. And so here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please comment and rate and subscribe, and check out all the links that I put on the sidebar. Should be this way. I haven't figured out my directions yet. Anyways, the sidebar on whichever side that it might be. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please comment and rate and subscribe if you like this, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye!